This is Spilled Ink.
One of the most, now in this moment of my career, I think one of the mistake of every artist is do something that you don't feel happy, because it's never gonna be good.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Spilled Ink. I'm Mike Maldonado. I'm here with Yomico Moreno from Venezuela.
Hey guys.
He's been a professional tattoo artist for the past 14 years.
That's
and
right.
he is currently tattooing at a Bushwick, kind of a private studio.
Bushwick. I'm my own place now there.
Great. I'm actually very interested in your story from Venezuela. Why don't you let the people know how you got started in Venezuela and how you came here and got into tattooing?
Yeah, man. I started tattooing like 14 years ago in my country. You know, South America is different story from America or Europe, no? For South America sometimes, especially like 14 years ago, for us was a little more difficult get info, especially 14 years ago. No internet, no YouTube, no social media like now,
right?
You know? Because now is everywhere is a little bit more easy. 14 years ago was pretty hard because the only information that we go there is the magazine. You remember, like old school magazine. You need to go to the store, buy the magazine, read interviews. So different now. But 14 years ago, the only information that we got there, it was that.
Right.
The magazine that I saw in my hand 14 years ago, it was a magazine old, like 2 years ago.
Right.
It was the only way that you start to looking for information for the tattoo. And also another difficult part was the implement, the supply, you know, get good ink, good machine. I remember I started with a handmade machine.
Okay.
Nothing professional. It was like a car, the toys. They take the motor.
You
know?
made it?
No, one of my friends did it.
Oh, okay.
One of my friends did it. He said, let's do it. Let's try this. He take the motor, that small car, a pen. He broke the pen and put in something different. He put in the electricity and start to running with a regular needle, you know, the needle that my mom used for how
for sewing.
Yeah, it's a needle that I was trying by myself. It was funny because I don't have any idea how to do it. Any idea. It was my beginning like 14 years ago. It was crazy.
Wow. So did you start drawing there first, or?
Yeah, always drawing. I always have been like, I always like a painting, drawing, everything. You know, I think I always try to find the connection how we be in my future. You know, when I was studying, I left my studio. I left the college. I left everything because my first inspiration when I tattoo was say, wow, I want to do that. I want to be good in this. I told to my parents, say, I need to stop to study. Don't pay my school because I don't want to study anymore. I say, you're crazy. You know, I was crazy drama in my house because how you going to say to your parents, I don't want to study, I want to be tattoo artist 14 years ago. You say, you're crazy, you're drugs, you know. It's like, don't do it. It was hard. Nobody trusts, but now
it's completely
I'm here.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but was funny. I think one of the most beautiful when you start, when something difficult in your life, you know how to get a value to everything, you know?
Right.
Now it's good because all my family told me, no, my father started to talk with me and fight between my family because say you're crazy, you can't do it. You have to be doctor or whatever thing. Now it's normal. Now my family see that, okay, you're doing good. And now one of my nephew, he want to start tattooing. Right. All my family support him.
In Venezuela?
In Venezuela.
Wow.
I said, oh, now you go support him, right? But was good. But now it's different. Now, especially Venezuela, one of the good things in Venezuela now is we have a really good artist, really, really good artist. And the situation now is make to the artists learn how to work while less.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
You know, it's like they don't have the possibility to get a huge color insect. Probably they can get like 5 colors, but they know how to mix the color to create something. That's why I learned how to do it in my work. And that helped me a lot. You know, the small thing that I got is helped me to now create something better when I have everything in my hand.
That's great.
Was interesting.
So you said at Venezuela, your friend made you a tattoo machine. So what was your apprenticeship like? Because I feel like that you had a pretty uncommon apprenticeship unless you self-taught.
Was horrible. Was horrible because I remember that no gloves, nothing. Just was the ink. The ink, we bought the ink in the library.
Okay.
The regular ink, it was crazy. It was we had any information. It was like a tattooing, like a blind, because any information. After that, I started looking for more information how to do everything. And what's the reason that I started looking for tattoo studio, because we got some small tattoo studio 14 years ago, just one tattoo studio. Because I was living in a small city called Puerto Cabello. It's in the coast of Venezuela.
Okay.
One tattoo studio. When I finished my school, I would stop there asking to the guys some questions. It was crazy because 14 years ago, the industry was really close. Everybody was jealous. Nobody tell you nothing.
A lot of ego.
Ego is like, go out from here. You're not going to learn.
Yep.
But I just try to be friend of those guys, to spend time in the studio, to see how they do. I start to learn them more.
Right.
One day I just go to the studio because I was drawing a lot, and they offered me go to the studio like I made the sketch. I said, let's do it.
Okay.
I started in the studio doing the sketch. And in the studio, I started to see how they make everything. But I never allowed to tattoo in the studio. You just make the sketch, you just try. Because, I don't know, you remember the old school way. When you go to the studio, you look in the wall and say, I want this, I want this. It's like a buy shoes, you know? It's not like today. Like today, you spend time, decide. But
it's all custom.
Yeah, 14 years ago, 20 years ago, you go to working studio, say, I like this, number one, number two. It's like a buy jacket or buy shoe. Was horrible. But I was the guy who did that.
You're the guy who made them.
And that's why they start to learning. One day, when I started my studio, I told to my mom, I said, okay, the only want to do is study English because I would like prepare for my future. Because I always, now it's crazy because I always knew that my life would be in the art. Because the only in the city where I was born is in the coast of Venezuela. They make like and everybody in the small city is totally like custom for the immigration.
Okay.
Because the city was part of the coast when the boat coming, to bring the merchandise for all the country. Everybody studied that in that city. My family pushed me to study that. I said, no, I don't want to do that.
Really?
I don't want to be sitting down in the office all my boring life. No. And I leave my home. Okay, you don't support me, I leave my home. I start to work in another studio. In this studio, they give me the opportunity to tattoo in there. Okay. This is the way it started my real career, real apprenticeship.
How long was that between when you first started and then when you started your real apprenticeship?
Like 2-3 years later.
2-3 years. So you didn't even touch a tattoo machine?
No, pretty much just myself, my leg. With a handmade machine. But I use glove.
Right.
I started using glove.
You're smart enough to use the glove.
I started using the ink, but I was tattooing my leg in home, my friends, my brother. I remember when my parents going to work, I closed the door on my room. I tattooed by myself, just try before they come in, just finish.
Yeah.
I have all my leg doing by myself. That's crazy. That was beautiful because now I appreciate. I remember I sold my needles. I sold my own needles.
Really?
Yeah. I remember what I have to do. I sold my own needles. I remember we bought the needles. They watch, they all watch. They have inside a system. They have a different hole. You put in 5 needles in the hole. You put in the solder in the bar. Yeah, we took the needle and in a small hole, 5 needles, put in there, solder here and solder in the bar.
What did you use to solder it?
Well, it was real solder. Real. I have learned so many things. You don't have any idea whatever I have to do.
So you really wanted a tattoo?
Yeah.
You really did.
Because anything, man, it was really, really crazy, but I appreciate that. Yeah. I always say if tomorrow the third war coming, I know how to tattoo everything. Yeah. Because I learned everything how to do.
You could tattoo with the E string of a guitar if you wanted to. Yeah.
But that's beautiful because what I say, all this crazy story, all this difficult time, now it's making me to understand. I give you more value what I got now. Now I have a machine in my hand now that I don't need power supply or nothing. Just a machine. It's crazy.
I'd love to know how you went from using a cassette motor, soldering your own needles, to what you do now. Because looking at a magazine of tattoos and actually getting to what you do now, it's almost like I can't even comprehend.
It was a long transition because after I moved to that city, I did one travel to Europe on Denmark. And after Denmark, of course, I see the world different.
Right.
I really appreciate Denmark because Denmark gave me a really good opportunity in my life because I was working in tattoo studio there. And when I got the opportunity to go there, I brought my machine. I brought, machine, ink, everything, and started to bring my good supply I back to Venezuela. Mm-hmm. I worked. After that, I moved to the capital in Caracas. In Caracas, I worked with Emilio Gonzalez, one of my good friends. And that moment, that studio was the best studio in Caracas. And they offered me work with it because my studio the people start to see. Do you remember Myspace?
Of course, I remember Myspace.
I remember the people start to see my work on Myspace. And, oh, wow, the people in Venezuela, I start to go to convention. I start to win first place in different convention in Venezuela.
Nice.
And different studios start to see me, They start to see me. And this guy offered me work with them in Caracas. I say yes. When I say yes, this guy support me a lot to bring that good stuff, good ink, good machine and everything.
You got sponsored.
Yeah. And I did, honestly, this guy is helped me a lot to have a really, really, in my hand, a really good product. And when I started working there, I started traveling a lot. I remember when I received my first invitation to Florence Convention. In that time, from Florence, for me, was like, oh, wow. I can't believe I'll be there, but they invited me.
They invited you?
Yeah. I saved money to buy my ticket, to everything to go there. It was my first international convention.
Right.
I was there. After that, so many things happened.
That's great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How is it traveling, especially from some place that like you call home? How is it moving away? Because I don't have the balls to move anywhere. I'm moving now, but like, how is it going from country to country? Yeah, like right off the bat.
I remember my first travel, it was really scary for me because when I did my first travel, it was like let's go see what happened. It's not any plan. My first travel was let's go see.
Right.
Something good happened or something bad happened, whatever happened, I gonna do it. But it was good, man. When my first travel was open the door for the war. After that, I started traveling more frequently. That's why I think my transition from Venezuela to New York was easy because before I moved to New York, I was living in Europe like 4 months, back to Venezuela, 2-3 months, Europe again. I was living between Europe and Venezuela. When I moved here, this was easy for me. It was easy because that couldn't happen. Nothing bad could happen.
Yeah.
I'm ready for everything.
And you could actually settle down and have
also,
some room.
When I moved here, I got the offer by Last Ride, by Paul was one of the guys that have respect. It was crazy too because I remember when I was watching my magazine, I was looking the Paul Booth tattoos. I was checking the Paul Booth interview. I was checking his work. When he offered me work with him, it was like, wow.
Paul Booth is an OG.
Wow. It was crazy. I was thinking 1 year before taking my decision because I remember when Paul offered me come here, I have 2 kids, I'm married. My first kid was born. And my decision was taking time, not for me, it's more for my family because it was the first time to my wife coming to another country away for his family, kids and everything was taking me time to take my decision. But I did it and now I'm here. That's crazy.
That's very crazy, especially when there's kids involved because it's one thing like being on your own and like wanting to branch out, but when you have kids, it's a completely different story.
When you have kids, your life is not your life. You have to think twice before take any decision because it's not gonna be your own decision. It's gonna be the decision. If you're doing bad, you're gonna affect your family, everything.
Absolutely.
You have to be sure when you're going to move.
Absolutely. Well, having Paul Booth behind you doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
You know?
But it was a risk because it was a new city for me, and also a new country.
Of course.
Because I never was here before moved here. Never have been in America before
Didn't even
moved here.
visit.
No, only Europe because they denied my visa. Because Venezuela and America always have been a really bad situation.
Right,
Have been
right.
a really bad relation. And for Venezuelan people, it was really hard to get a visa. And they denied my visa twice. And when they offered me, I said, okay, let's do it. Why not? You know. Also, New York is a big window to the world.
Of course.
Whatever happened here, everybody see.
Everyone's trying to get here.
Yeah. Whatever happened in New York, the people's gonna look what happened.
Yes.
They offered me in 2014, move in 2015. In April this year,
will be
it's
the
gonna be
5th year.
5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
That's good. I'm happy. I was really happy. I start to because New York is a love and hate relation, you know.
You're telling me I'm born and raised here, and I love and I hate it all the time.
Yeah, sometimes you say, I love the city, sometimes say, fuck, I hate the city. But it's the city.
Yeah, yeah. I actually want to circle back to and go back to what you mentioned before about MySpace. Today we have Instagram and we have Facebook and Twitter, but back in the day, MySpace was, you had your top 8 friends. How was it networking on a social media platform like that compared to what you see today?
Crazy, man. Honestly, I never imagined that the whole world going to depend for one social media.
Mm-hmm.
If you see everything is go to Instagram.
Yeah.
Everything, man. If you music, artists, whatever you do, Instagram or YouTube, it's crazy. When I started MySpace, was funny because it was like a new window to see the work to different artists.
Right.
I remember when I go on MySpace, I started to get really good conversation with artists in Brazil, Argentina, artists from America. I started to see Nico Hurtado, I started to see Mac
Back
DeVry. Yeah,
Really?
on MySpace. I remember Mac DeVry, Nico Hurtado, Victor Portugal. Who else? I think Bodies was on MySpace too. So many good artists, man. When I start to see that, I say, wow, how they do it.
Yeah.
How those guys can do that. It was beautiful because you start to see a new window. Because I remember, that's what I say, what happened. My magazine is just whatever you see in the magazine, the set. But
Right.
when I start to see MySpace, new photo, new everything, it was like, okay, wow. You start to getting more information. It was really, really nice.
Right.
After that, I start to Facebook and the rest, and now
All the natural
Instagram.
stuff. Yeah.
But it's nice, man. Honestly, I think Instagram is giving us the opportunity to show to the world everything in seconds. Maybe without Instagram, the art could be different story today. We have so many bullshit because we have, but it's you decide what you want to see. If you want to see bullshit, it's because you decide to see bullshit.
Yeah,
You can follow, that's it, And now in Instagram, I give you the opportunity to show your art to the world.
Right.
And I give you more opportunity. It's a new window to the people start to see everything in 1 second,
I see too. You have multiple Instagram accounts. Like you have your photography account, and you have your
I have
tattoo
two
account.
Instagram because it's bad. In the other side, we have to make the balance, because now artists they feel bad because one of the tattoo don't have so many or another tattoo have more followers than the other one. This is a distortion of the reality that I think the social media create us.
Of course.
More followers, you're best. No, that's not, because now the people think if you have million followers, you're better than the other guy to have some followers.
Right.
And this is a distortion of the reality, For me, one of my heroes is Robert Hernandez. For me, he's the best tattoo artist in the world. And when I was tattooing, I saw Robert Hernandez working in the magazine, And I still see his work today. I say, man, this guy always continue creating something different. And it's sad because sometimes social media, you can see artists who have more followers and more than Robert Hernandez probably. But for me, I think Robert is completely artist. He's tattooing, painting, everything is amazing. He's amazing artist. That's what I say. Sometimes more follower, it doesn't mean be the best.
What makes him different for you as compared to like seeing other people? What's the draw to his art?
Robert?
Yeah.
Man, Robert, for me, I got tattooed by him. This hand, I have tattooed him by him too. I remember when he do my hand, he just do a cross. When a Sharpie, to the Sharpie, he did a cross. The rest was no reference, nothing, zero. Any reference, you know?
Really?
It was like what you want? I say, man, whatever you want. So he did a cross and start tattooing, zero reference, nothing around. You know, he tattooing like that. I say, man, this art, he creating his own art.
Right.
Because when you do releasing, for example, my case, I do hyper releasing or releasing surreal, whatever. But I create. Now I use the photograph to use my reference. The client give me one idea. I design my own idea. But it's 50-50. No, it's not my own idea 100%. It's 50% of the you idea like client. You told me what you want. I'm going to make interpretation your idea on my style.
Okay.
But what Robert is 100% his art.
Right.
100%. If you want to get a tattoo by him, you just have to be sit down. I mean, whatever he's
feeling that day.
Incredible.
Yeah.
It's crazy for me too because the tattoo give me everything. Thank you to the tattoo. I meet my heroes. I meet friends, family, everything. And Robert Hernandez is one of the guys that I say, wow, I never imagined. Now he's my friend. He's my good friend.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the guy. When I started tattooing, I saw like impossible to see this guy. Impossible to meet this guy. And now he's my good friend.
Wow.
That's crazy.
You talk about Robert Hernandez and how he has 100% of his artwork. But today, like you said, clients bring you work. It's 50-50. But how much of your design actually goes into the finished piece? Like, what's your process of dealing with someone who brings something to you?
Normally, because one of the things more important for me is be free and create, you know? Why? Because I have been tattooing releasing for so many years. And one day the realistic started to be boring for me. Honestly, it started to be boring because it started to copy paste is, okay, copy paste. Yeah, I could be a good guy making a copy, but what's the next?
Right.
You know, it's another tattoo. I start to study myself, start to study an artist, painting, to try to create something by myself. Something when the people see the photo can see, okay, this is Yomico art. Now it's not like, another tattoo. No, I want the people see my work, understand that it's my work. I want that the people see my tattoo, see something without saying nothing.
Right.
That's why I start to change my style and start to create something different. Try to using the realistic technique or realistic skill to bring that to the surrealism, or try to make something, you know, some kind of interpretation of your idea.
Right.
Because I was a realistic artist, and before that, I say, what is your idea? This, okay, copy, print, stencils, and okay, good. It's good tattoo, but it's okay. It's another copy paste, you know. And that started to be boring for me. I started to study composition. That's why I started to be interested more in the photography. I started to learning too much and talking with artists, talking with photographers, start to understand the light, composition, why can I use different elements. I started to create my own style. But it was really hard because when I moved to New York, I moved to Last Ride. Last Ride is a black and gray studio.
Okay.
And dark
imagery.
Dark imagery. Now it's like evil scars and honestly, the black and gray is never have been my strong part. This is what I think.
Okay.
I always have been a color artist. But when I moved to New York, all my clients started to asking for black and gray, black and gray, black and gray, black and gray, but start to ask full sleeve. And it was a little bit difficult because I started pushing by myself to make my black and gray better. And this year in Last Ride helped me a lot to make my black and gray better. And after that, one day I say, okay, I don't want to do more black and gray. I need to start to do more black and gray because I need start to retain my color. I'm gonna say that because normally when I do seminar, so many artists ask me, what can I do to the people ask me for big pieces, for leg or full sleeve, because I don't want to do more small lettering, more star, whatever, you know. But what happens, especially today in the social media, the people always gonna asking you what they see.
Whatever you post.
Yeah. If your profile post star lettering, they never gonna start to ask you for star lettering. Mm-hmm. That's why my situation, my profile, my Instagram start to be just black and gray, black and gray, black and gray. And one day I say, okay, I need to stop to post my black and gray.
Yeah.
And I start to talk to the client, convince the client to change the idea to color, drive the client to show, okay, this is your idea, but I have this idea, I could be much better, you know, try to
give them options.
Yeah, give another option to the client. And they start to say, okay, cool, let's try. My profile start to change again.
Right.
That's why my transition was between the black and gray and retain my color now, and was the transition me to do my realistic art to make something more surreal than I'm doing now. I think because, especially now, in the social media, is have so many things bad, but have something good too. Because you made your own channel. You decide what the people want to see about you. You have to be clear that you have to understand that you can see so many bullshit because we have a lot of bullshit in social media, but unfollow that. If you see bullshit, you decide to see bullshit.
Right.
Well,
yeah. What you were saying before.
Yeah. If you want the people asking you for full sleeve, show to the people full sleeve. Now show to the people big pieces. If you want to the people asking you for black and gray, show to the people that you can do your black and gray, you know? I think this is one of the ways that I now start to moving for my realistic black and gray and now to the art that I'm doing now.
I'm actually glad that you decided on the color realism because I have, like, how the fuck did you decide that you were going to take a negative and tattoo that? But, you know, that is the sickest thing that I've ever seen.
Man,
please explain that to me.
I always have been a person really something. I am easy guy to be boring. I'm easy guy to be boring, you know. Easy guy. I remember before I moved here, every 3 years I was moving everywhere because for me it was easy to be boring to the routine.
Right.
The routine made me bored really quick. When I start to create a negative thing, it's because I'm a photographer, try to be photographer. I don't think I'm a good photographer. I have so many friends that are really good photographer and are learning a lot about it. But I take in film photography, right. You know. They give me the raw. And one day I was checking the raw and I say, what happened? You can do it in tattoo.
It's
fun. To see what happened when I invert to the, because this is the negative. When you remember when the old time you go to the photo studio, they give you the negative, and like this negative roll. Exactly. You scanner, you put in the, you invert the negative, you get the photo. When I saw that, I say, I can try to do that in tattoo to see what happened.
Yeah, of course.
Just to see what happened. I have nothing to lose.
Sick.
When I do it the first time, I say, oh, that worked. You know, and now I start to do it again. But it's always, man, it's like I don't know, because when you artist, you always want to need something different.
Right. You want to push it to the next level.
Yeah, especially now, man, because you see artists 2-3 years tattooing, making incredible things. You say, wow, this guy just have tattooing. Also, they are like 20 years old, and you actually, for how long you been tattooed? Oh, you're 2 years ago. What? And they have like 21, 22, then amazing. Now you have a lot of people making something good now. Right. You have to be always pushing yourself to be on the top.
So with that being said, I mean, you obviously put out a lot of really solid work. What has been your most difficult tattoo to date that you can remember?
Okay, the question could be two different things. More challenges or more difficult for the feeling, have a story. This is one of the guys, really sad story. One of the guys that his daughter died when she was 3 years old. And he sent to me different photo of the daughter. And he told me just, I don't want the face of her. Just I want to remind her like a beautiful way.
Right.
I just start to ask him, okay, what's she doing? What she like? You know, she like painting. His favorite color was the blue. He was the favorite toy. I just try to recreate. I don't know, maybe you see a tattoo is like a child is painting and blue balloon where the hair phone is flying that. I designed like some kind of scene to represent her, all the photos that he sent to me. I was really hard because when I was tattooing the guy, he always tried to keep him but his wife was always crying. But he always tried to keep him good. When I finished the tattoo and he saw the tattoo in the mirror, he hugged me, like, started crying crazy, man. He told me, thank you for giving me back a piece of my daughter. It was really intense. It was really hard. But it's nice. It was really hard, especially for the emotion, because it's not like about, also it's the pressure because this tattoo had to be perfect.
Right.
This tattoo had to be my best tattoo because it's not only that, it's color or flower. No, this represents a lot for somebody.
Yeah, a life.
It was beautiful.
That's great. That's such a great, and the feeling that it gives you, like that's why we do what we do.
Yeah.
To give people that feeling. Because I was just talking to another artist and people remember the experience that you give them.
Man, I was talking to one of my friends and he said tattoo is the only art that today you cannot replicate. You need the hand for do it and you cannot replicate.
Right.
Because if you see the photograph, now iPhone, whatever thing, everybody's photographer now. And also the painting. You do a painting, somebody can make print of this painting and sell the print of the painting.
Right.
But who can replicate the tattoo?
It's true.
Nothing. It's only one. Nothing can replicate the tattoo. Nothing. There's no any machine, whatever. It's you, belong to you, only by you. It's your one time. Just one moment in your life that you're going to live the experience of the pain, of everything. It's only one time in your life. It is crazy.
So that was a great story, actually. And like I said, that's why we do what we do, for the end result, and someone has to live with their tattoo forever.
Yeah.
But for you personally, what was the most complicated tattoo that you had to do as an artist?
Now working in one guy who's coming from LA, he want to replicate all the Da Vinci painting in tattoo. Yeah, definitely it is. It is. For me, it was really hard because Da Vinci is crazy. It's insane. It's insane. And I'm really happy with the result because one guy, he worked in Hollywood, was a celebrity and everything. He was invited to a dinner in the MoMA Museum.
Okay.
And he told me one of the lady at the MoMA Museum asking him for who did your tattoo. And she told him he's insane because it's really hard to replicate this palette color in canvas.
Okay.
How hard could be doing in the skin. And I was feeling good to hear that because that lady, that he doesn't know nothing about tattoo. He wasn't the moment. He now more the art to everybody. He say that, and I feel happy. And I think this is gonna be one of the most challenges because it's a copy, but it's not a normal copy. It's copy Da Vinci. It's crazy.
Do you remember what Da Vinci painting it was or no?
Yeah, it's the full sleeve. It's gonna be different Da Vinci painting. In my Instagram, you can see. I told the story there. And the result is really close to the original painting. It was hard. It is hard because it have to be careful to every color, everything.
Right.
Try to find the same tone because the skin is different, man.
Yes.
It's not like a canvas you mix and okay, let's do it. The ink in the skin have a different reaction. You can put in a blue color in your skin, but it's gonna look different. Your skin, it's different.
Right.
It's totally different. Yeah, but I'm really happy how it's coming.
Well, at someone at your level, you're obviously able to pick and choose what you do. How do you screen, what pieces you take now versus when you first started or even earlier?
Normally, just try to make piece to make me feel happy, comfortable. one of the most, now in this moment of my career, I think one of the mistake of every artist is do something that you don't feel happy, because never gonna be good.
Right.
Never is gonna be you. If you don't like it, you're not gonna feel comfortable, Now just try to do something, ideas that I feel to make me feel happy and good, to make a good work. Because especially now, I don't want to repeat. I don't want to copy nobody. I don't want to repeat myself. Maybe somebody gonna hate me to say that, but I don't want to do lion. Never, not for the next 2 years, 3 years. Wolf,
Yep.
lion, or wolf white forest, or lion baby. Well, it's too
All the
much.
generic stuff.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's. I don't want to spend time to make this saying that somebody is doing.
I mean, at this point, you don't have to. You could do whatever you want.
It's not about be good or bad. It's about to make you feel happy, because you can start tattooing yesterday. I know you need to learn, you need to practice, you need to understand how it works, but you need to try it that this work make you feel happy. If this tattoo make you feel comfortable and good, this client is gonna get your 100%. If this tattoo don't make you feel comfortable, it's never gonna get it 100%. Never gonna be your best tattoo.
All right.
It's gonna be your tattoo for money. If you don't give it you 100% to this guy, when this guy go to the street, you're gonna say your name. When the people ask them, who did that? Was this guy? If the tattoo doesn't look good, it's not good for you. I always say to the people, try to do whatever you feel happy. If you're starting, I know the tattoo artists start to in the industry, need to learn, need to go step by step. But try in this process, be happy in whatever you're doing. Because you're not happy, never gonna be your good work.
Yeah, you said it, bro. So, I mean, obviously through that, but what do you do outside of tattooing? Because other than your hobby, which is photography, and your work, which is tattooing, what do you do outside of that to make you happy?
In this moment, spend time with my family.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I think my kids start complaining about me because I'm traveling a lot. Oh, you want to travel again? And now I think, okay, I need to calm down, spend more time with family. All the photography, for sure, man. Now this year I want to start to study photography, because I never studied like in academy. I just have so many friend photographer, and I learn about it. And whatever I learn about photography I learn by myself, because my friends help me to send me different things. And the photography have helped me a lot. I would like to be more focused, to take the photography more serious.
Okay.
I was gonna be a tattoo artist, but I'm 36.
You're 36?
36, man.
Get out of here.
And
Get out of here, bro.
I don't know for how long I can do
The
it.
Spanish age well, though. That's you look very young.
How long can last, man? My body is not the same. In the next 10 or 15 years, I cannot be sit down 12 hours tattooing.
Yeah.
I need to, to be focused to create art for be happy in the future, because I don't want to be frustrated once 50 years I cannot take my machine because my hand is shaking or whatever, I just try to find another art to make me feel happy. When I be old, I can do another.
True.
Maybe I can tattooing, but maybe not tattooing like 5 days a week, maybe 1 day a week.
1 day a week, yeah.
Or be focused just one tattoo, but I have my photographer to be happy the rest.
Right.
I want to be happy, man. There's only one in my life.
I mean, yeah, it's only one life. I mean, and you came from such humble beginnings that you can, at this point anyway, do whatever you want. It really is like something that makes you happy. And we talked about this a bunch, but the experience and coming from almost nothing. A lot of people. So what, in your opinion, was the most memorable point of your career to date?
Okay, this memory is connected with tattoo. What happened? I'm fan of Queen. Queen has been my band for forever. I grew up always in Queen. I have Freddie Mercury tattoo here. I had the show Must Go On. Right in here is my band. I listen. When I feel bad, listen Queen. When I feel happy, listen Queen. When I feel sad, listen Queen. They're my hero. I was traveling to Milan, tattoo convention, and Queen Adam Lambert was playing in Milan The weekend later, I stayed in Milan just for way to the show. At my first time, the connection with the band. They started the tour. One day, Adam Lambert, he posted a photo of the Queen members, well, all his wife. I started to follow Roger Taylor's wife, Sarina Taylor. And one day, I received a message on Instagram that she coming to New York, and because she loved tattoo. Roger Taylor is full tattoo.
Yeah.
They love tattoo. And she messaged me because they was filming the movie, and she coming to New York, and to me, they said, I can't believe that she texted me. We got a meeting in New York, and in that meeting, we're supposed to be tattooing her, but something happened that she canceled the appointment, and she invited me to go to London to the Queen show.
Wow.
Was my first connection with Queen. I meet the band. I was way then, like here, but all the guys, Brian May, Roger Taylor, everything. And I tattooed her here in my studio last year, and I was in a concert with the band. I meet the band, and now we're friends.
That's awesome.
For me, I can't believe it. Actually, now I'm fine. I thought because it's crazy. I remember when they realized the movie, and she texted me and say, give me your email. I want to send you invitation. Okay. She sent me invitation for the premiere of the movie.
Right.
The Bohemian Rhapsody. I was in the premiere of the movie, watching the movie.
Sick.
Queen was here. All the stuff of the movie was here. I was looking at this, say, that's insane. I can't believe that. Only for the tattoo.
Awesome.
The only connection was the tattoo.
That's awesome. So you mentioned how tattooing has opened up a lot of these doors for you, which is why I even started this podcast, because I wanted to get involved in the community and have access to artists that I wouldn't normally have access to. What other types of people have you been able to come in contact with that you don't think you would have been able to unless it was for tattooing?
Especially in the Latin industry, is so many good singers that I was growing up listening his music, and I tattoo him now. Like Residente and Juanes is another rock and roll guy that he interested in getting tattoo. And the Queen story, is for me is the top. Is crazy for me. I can't believe now. And yeah, man, I don't know. I think Messi, the soccer player,
really,
he followed me to The Rock and Nicky Yan, and yeah, but it's crazy because when you see that those guys start to follow me, so that's nice. Now, also, I never text to them because I respect that.
Right.
These kind of people could be tired to receive so many messages. Yeah, I respect. But it's nice to see how the tattoo industry or the tattoo art is broken the window, it's broken the eyes for the people who think that you're never gonna touch.
And like you were saying before, it's like it makes you so much more appealing when you're humble.
Yeah.
Rather than like people who are trying to touch the celebrity.
Yeah.
But like the celebrity just wants someone who's.
But it's crazy because the only connection is the tattoo, nothing else.
Right.
No, but it's beautiful how when you work hard, when you tattoo make something different, it's beautiful how you can create good connection with the people around the world. It's not only celebrity. I talk about people around the world. I remember I was in Taiwan, my first time in Asia, and I was in a restaurant, and the guy asked me for a photo. He said, Taiwan, bro, Taiwan, man. Can you imagine how far is Taiwan? And the people now what to do. The people knew what to do. That's beautiful. That's what I say. I think that's the beautiful part of the social media. Now nobody is untouchable.
Right.
Everything is possible. If you know how to drive, if you know how to go in the wave, you can do it good because you have the opportunity in your hand.
Right. You have the access to speak directly to somebody. Yeah.
Everybody can see your work if you know how to drive. And it's nice to have the opportunity today because when I started in this industry, it's all closed. Now all the door was closed. Now any light in the window you see is case now you have so many opportunities. You have YouTube. You have so many videos how to learn tattooing YouTube. on Instagram, you can see so many tattoo artists now to see how they're doing seminars.
Yes.
You know, I love to do seminars. I made a lot of seminars around the world because I know what is for the people to start tattooing don't have any information. I know what it means that.
Right.
That's why I do seminars around the world. In Venezuela, I remember I did so many free seminars for the ghettos. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. I was in the dangerous ghetto doing free seminar for people.
I was going to say, what's your idea on that? Because a lot of people get a lot of shit for trying to teach tattooing if you're not going the avenue of traditional apprenticeship. But you came from something that wasn't a traditional apprenticeship.
Honestly, I don't believe in the traditional apprenticeship like 20 years ago.
Right.
For me, it's all respect. Why? Because 20 years ago, if you want to be apprenticeship, you have to clean all the fucking studio. You have to buy the coffee to the owner to the studio. You have to clean the ass to the owner to the studio. You have to make whatever they want. You have to everything.
You have to be
was
the
a
bitch.
slave.
Yeah. You're the
Come
bitch.
on, bro. You want to twist this guy really? Or you want a slave?
Yeah.
What you want? If you really want to teach somebody, just teach.
Yeah. I feel like you were at the tail end of that because you caught the back end of being a slave compared to like today where people actually want to learn and there's so much more information.
That's what I'm saying, the old school way to take the apprenticeship. Because I live that. I live in the studio. Okay, you have to clean all the studio. You have to clean the tube. You have to do that. You have to do that. When I go to tattooing? Never. When you going to tattooing? Next year. When you going to tattooing? 2 years. You want to teach me or what you want me? Yeah. Or you want somebody clean your ass every day?
It's dying.
I don't know. Somebody gonna hate me for that, but it's true, man. If you want to teach somebody, just teach.
Right.
You know, if you want somebody learn something beautiful about you, just show you beautiful part. Well, you have to be a fucking horrible guy.
100%.
Scream to the guy. Oh, get off. You know, don't do it. If you want to do it, don't do it.
I agree.
You know? But if you want to teach, just teach. Do it. The people are going to remind you in a beautiful way. Don't be a fucking horrible guy.
You're right. And you'd rather them learn the right way rather than learning through all of the wrong ways to do it. Whereas like you had the opportunity, even you had the opportunity to do it the wrong way because all you were doing was drawing.
Yeah, and I remember when I was in Venezuela, because coming from a small city, it was the nearest ghetto where I come from. And I was doing free seminar in my country in ghettos. And one day, one guy started to me in the street in Caracas and they say, "Oh, Yomico, thank you." And I said, "Thank you for what?" Well, I think it was a client. And the guy told me, "Thank you because I was in your seminar. And thank you to your seminar, I changed my rear gun for a tattoo machine." I say, "Man, nice. It's beautiful. You can change the life of the people. You know, you can change the life of people for simple thing that you can do it." But that's what I say. If you want to teach somebody, if you want to take apprenticeship people, teaching the value. I agree to teaching somebody the value of how hard, or teaching how hard was for you be where you are. But don't be a horrible guy just to teach somebody.
I agree, 100%. You said it better than I ever. You said it better than I ever could have.
But this still happens today.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're coming to the end of this. We're wrapping this up. Is there anything that you are working on right now that you want to promote or that you want people to know about?
No, I just want to say to the people is being focused to be better artists. Don't be focused on social media. Social media is Instagram is now. Tomorrow could be another thing. We never know. The world changes too fast, and don't pay attention more to social media than the art. Because if you be focused on the art, the rest coming. If you're being focused to be better, you like artists, followers, traveling, money, everything's coming. But you just being focused to be a follower guy or like an artist, the way is gonna be too long, too long.
I agree. All right, guys. Well, you heard it here. You have Yomico Moreno here. Thank you for your time so much, bro.
Thank you,
I
guys.
really appreciate it. You can follow him at Yomico Art on Instagram.
And the beer is so good.
And the beer is so good. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Thanks for tuning in to our finale episode with Yomico Moreno. Check out Yomico's incredible work at Yomico Art on Instagram. or visit his website, www.yomicoart.com. I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who's made it this far with me, our guests, the crew, and to our listeners for sticking with us for the end of our first season. If you're a tattoo artist and want to be on the show, have some wild stories from tattooing, or just want to give some feedback about what you'd like to hear me talk about, we'd love to hear from you. You can reach out on Instagram at SpilledInkOfficial, or shoot us an email at spilledinkttatpod@gmail.com. Spilled Ink is produced by Fulton Street Music Group. Our producers are Cleo Kolitsopoulos and Alex Fulton. Our music is by Cat Blaster. I'm your host, Mike Maldonado. Follow us on Instagram at SpilledInkOfficial.